Next is oxidation state. So by definition, oxidation state, just stick to this definition. Oxidation state is charge acquired by an atom in a compound on the basis of electronegativity considerations of other elements. Many students get confused between oxidation state and a valency. Not always true. Sometimes oxidation state is equal to valency, sometimes it is not. For example, let's consider this compound OF2 and Na2O, right? So over here, oxidation state of oxygen is +2, and here oxidation state of the oxygen is -2. The reason for this is that fluorine is more electronegative than oxygen, so it is going to pull the electron density towards itself. The oxygen will become less electron, it will become electron deficient, right? Here sodium is electropositive, who is more electronegative? Oxygen is electronegative, so that's why it will have a -2, right? So that is the thing. Now how to find the oxidation state? How to find the oxidation states on a particular element? Let's take an example of a K2Cr2O7, right? I am taking this and I want to find on a chromium. It is simple. You make this element as a X, will form a equation that potassium is a group 1 element, right? So it will have 1, so 2 into 1. Chromium, I don't know, that's why I put 2x, because 2 chromiums are there, plus 7, and oxygen is considered to be -2. This -2 you have to remember, which is equal to, this is a neutral compound, right? So this is 2 plus 2x minus 14 is equal to 0. So 2x, therefore x is equal to how much? X is equal to 6. So chromium over here is in +6 oxidation state. Same way, if I take this way, MnO4 minus. Now this minus is not on oxygen, it is on a whole molecule, will form an equation. I want to find on Mn. So I'll put this x plus 4 into -2 equal to, instead of 0 which I have written, you will be writing this to be equal to -1, because this is a -1 charge. So x minus 8 is equal to -1, x is equal to +7. Let's take some more example. If you want to find for a sulfur in H2SO4, right? Sulfur, that is H2SO4. You want to find the oxidation state of sulfur in H2SO4. So I'll do this 2 into 1, because hydrogen is +1, group 1 element. This is x, because only one sulfur is there, plus 4 into -2, which is equal to 0. So 2 plus x minus 8 is equal to 0. So x is equal to +6. Right, +6 is the oxidation state of sulfur in a H2SO4. Let's say you want to find it for Cr2O7, 2 minus. This is like a K2Cr2O7. Similar, but same thing. I'll do this 2x plus 7 into -2 equal to -2, because this -2 is the overall charge. So 2x minus 14 is equal to -2. So 2x is equal to 12. So x is equal to +6. Right, so this is what the calculation of the oxidation state, right? So the things which you should remember, the trend about the oxidation state, which you should remember, that in a period nature of the oxide varies. Okay, in a period the nature of the oxide varies from basic to acidic. So in a period means across a group, nature of the oxides. Oxides means what? MgO, Na2O. These are the oxides. Okay, or Al2O3, N2O. These are the oxides of different elements. So in a period, nature of the oxide varies from basic to acidic, varies from basic to acidic. So this is in a period. So in a group means down the group, right? So it varies from where basic nature of the oxide increases, right? So in a period, basic nature of oxides increases. So as we go down the group, basic nature increases of the oxide. So that's it for the oxidation states. So here is the question: which of the following order represents a correct sequence of the increasing basic nature of the oxides? Okay, there is an oxide of aluminum, there is an oxide of magnesium, there is an oxide of sodium, there is an oxide of potassium. Let's understand the position of these elements in a periodic table. See, this is the first, that's why the position is very important, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? This is where will be a position of the sodium. This is sodium, right? Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, right? Sorry, not hydrogen. This is hydrogen, lithium, sodium, right? Then magnesium is over here. This is magnesium, and then there will be a long D block. I'll not write that whole D block, but I'll show you. This will be a P block later. This is P block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? But here that is boron and this is aluminum, right? We want what? Sodium, magnesium and aluminum, right? And we want one more, potassium. Potassium is over here, means the position of all these elements is this way: potassium, sodium, magnesium and the aluminum. So what are the statements which we made? The statement which we made is that in a period what happens that basic to acidic, oxide goes from basic to acidic, means among this most acidic is what? Aluminum, right? What they have asked? Basic nature. So it will be what? Least basic. Aluminum will be a least basic, because as we go across a period acidic character increases, so basic will be aluminum. So down the group what increases? Basic nature increases. So that's why this is down the group, right? This is sodium, so below this is potassium. This will have the maximum. So it is aluminum, then magnesium, then sodium, and then down the group it is potassium. So this is the option A will be a correct order. So that's why you should know the position of all the elements in a periodic table. That is very much important.